And we're back. Part two. Um, so, Justin, speaking of Batman, I remember when I was a kid, I had a friend who had all the Batman, the animated series toys. So,
Yeah.
he had all the clay faces, the,
Yeah.
Man Bat, like Joker, and then he had like so I thought that was really cool, you know?
I happen to have a lot of those too. Man Bat was especially cool because he had this little button on his back that you could push that would make him flap his wings. And it was Man Bat. He had a completely naked torso and little white leggings. Somehow, when this scientist turned into Man Bat, his legs disproportionately shrunk while the torso and the wings grew. Sort of yeah, that was kind of interesting. I don't know if that's how it looked in the animated series or not. But anyway, I did have a lot of those figures. I pretty much had most of the villains, but it was very hard to get them. And what I always thought, the reason why I think Batman is such a great series and probably one of my favorite comic book series and movie franchises and everything is because of the villains. You don't have as interesting villains in Superman, at least as far as I could say, or in Spider Man. So, of course, as a kid, I wanted all of the villains in action figure form that I could get. And my mom was pretty cool because now we didn't do this every day, but we would go around to different toy stores like the local Toys R Us. And this was probably the one that happened to be haunted. I don't know if you remember that or not.
The haunted one? I don't remember.
Yeah. It's where the 24-hour gym is now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so we would go around trying to look for these villains who were hard to locate. And the most
Well, which
common,
ones in particular were you looking for? Like a Two-Face or a Poison Ivy?
yeah, oh yeah, I was looking for them all. And I never got a Poison Ivy from the animated series. I only got the Poison Ivy from the film Batman
The
and,
Uma
and
Thurman
Robin.
one?
Yeah, the Uma Thurman one.
Yeah. Or I see I only got like the Batman Forever and Batman and Robin toy. Not only got, I mean, I
Yeah,
was fortunate enough to have them, or just to have
yeah,
toys as a kid in general, but so yeah, I remember, like my Robin looked like a Chris O'Donnell.
right.
And I was
Yeah.
never really a fan of that one.
Yeah, see, I had kind of a mix and match, and but my penguin was from the cartoon. I had a Two Face from the cartoon and from the movie.
Dang.
I never had. I wish I'd had a Jack Nicholson Joker figure.
Well, did you ever have a Jim Carrey Riddler?
I did. I had multiple of him. I had him in the normal green little jumpsuit that he wore. And then I had him sort of like with this weird contraption and this hard hat. I don't know what that was about because he never appeared like that in the movie.
Well, it's because the movies only have a couple villains. They only have like two, right? So they
Right.
like it's weird with the toys because they have the villains and then they have like 20 million versions of Batman,
Oh
right?
yeah.
That you could
Yeah.
get like a Batman in a camouflage blue
Yeah.
suit or whatever. And it, I
And
don't know.
so I
Yeah,
had a bunch of these, and that's what we would keep finding for the most part. And my mom, she's told me this. I don't really remember it much, but she told me this later, and she was getting frustrated. I don't blame her because it was like, all right, we got Jungle Batman, Arctic Batman, Firehouse Brigade Batman, Underwater Batman, Camouflage Batman, uh, uh, Tundra Batman, Sahara Batman, Desert Batman. And it's like, all right, I don't need this many Batman, Batmen in the different suits. And she told me that she once kind of argued with the employee working at that Toys R Us, like, he doesn't want to just get another Batman in a different suit. He's not having all the Batmen in the different suits fight each other. And she was right. I never did do that.
Yeah, who
That would have,
did like that?
right. You know,
You really only need the regular looking Batman, like the one with the gray suit and the blue.
and I'll tell you this, I never had one like that, which was the weirdest part.
I don't think that's weird. It's like they were hard to find.
Yeah. The original Batman. I mean, I had the Val Kilmer from Batman Forever, where he wore the kind of studded leather that Joel Schumacher got turned on by. Um, and I had all these Batmen from the series, but in these different color suits that weren't normal for him. I never had the normal Batman, and I actually wanted one. I always thought it was kind of lame that I didn't have one.
Yeah, I think it's you know, so going back to like the Riddler, why there are so many versions of him, it's because I guess in like the animated series you could take a lot of different villains from the show and have their own figure, but with the movie
Yeah,
there's only the Riddler and then the Two-Face
yeah,
for that movie in particular, so you have like probably like many versions of them. You
yeah.
know, you have maybe a Nicole Kidman kind of a thing.
I never did have a Nicole Kidman figure. I don't even know if they made one for her.
I, I'm sure they did, but yeah, I never had
Maybe.
one either.
Yeah. My favorite action figures were the Todd McFarlane Spawn ones. Did you ever see those, or do you remember them? I mean,
Well,
man, those were cool.
yeah, I mean, because Todd McFarlane, I don't know how much you know about him, but he was like the guy who made created Venom, right? From
Oh
Spider-Man.
yeah, yeah. I think I do remember hearing about this. Yeah,
Yeah, so and like he was this guy that was like he wasn't very good at drawing, and he just kept practicing, practicing, practicing until he got good. And then
yeah.
I think he did the same thing with those his toys. Like apparently he started making toys and they're pretty popular.
Oh, he was actually making the literal physical toys, like out of plastic and stuff. He was molding them in
I
his like workshop.
I'm sure I think he does.
Yeah,
I don't know if he did during like when Spawn came out because you're talking about like there was like a movie and there's a
right.
cartoon in the
Yeah,
90s.
yeah, yeah.
He might have at that time. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, no, he makes these like NFL action figures or NFL things that are pretty cool.
Wow. Well, yeah. So none of my Spawn action figures were from the movie. They were all from because there was an animated series at that time that was on HBO. That was one of the shows on HBO that I got to secretly watch because we got that broadcast into the TV. Um, I didn't watch it a lot though, but there were so many really intense and kind of scary action figures, and they were all bigger than the normal size action figure too. All the Spawn ones.
Mhm.
So like I had this Amazonian chick, all these corpsey figures, but with like the studded spikes and chains on them and all this stuff. Very, very cool. And then I had the Power Rangers. Did you have these where the heads would flip?
Yeah, I had I had the Green Ranger for sure.
Yeah, with the long hair. Was it Tommy?
Yeah, I had Tommy.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, they and then I had like the putties too.
Oh, I never had the putties.
Yeah, they were cool because if you press their button, they like exploded into different pieces,
Oh,
like in the show.
nice. I would have enjoyed that. I had the guy made out of eyeballs.
Mhm.
I had that giant pig head with the two legs on it.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Did you ever have the Megazord? Because those were
No.
like crazy. The
No, I never had that. I never had, Rita or any of the consistent villains like
mm,
that,
like
unfortunately.
Goldar. Yeah,
No. Yeah.
That yeah, that well, I mean that was a great time of just, you had Batman, you had Power Rangers on,
Oh yeah.
kid.
I mean, I kind of got a little carried away one day. I was in fifth grade, and I had not. I wasn't playing with action figures as much. I'd gotten into video games. I mean, um, and but on this particular day, I think I was just bored, and it was during a summer vacation, and I had the Power Rangers, and I decided I'm going to put Whiteout all over them and pretend that it's like they got splattered with alien blood. And I took Billy and I took his naked head with the glasses and just dunked the whole thing into the whiteout bottle.
Poor Billy.
So I mean that would have killed anyone. And then I think I kind of felt bad, and so I remember doing this. I spent like at least a couple hours just chipping away at that whiteout because it had hardened,
Mhm.
and trying to get it off of his face. And I was never able to get it out of the glasses or his hair. So his hair and the glasses remained white. Um, so that
Well, you could put little like Sharpie eyeballs, I guess, in the
yeah,
glasses. Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
yeah.
Billy.